Hi guys, have you been pregnant as you were a student? So how was it? What was the first thing you felt when you knew you were pregnant? How did your partner react about it, your parents, lecturers? So we are talking about students and pregnancy or parenting. So becoming a parent at a young age or at a time maybe you may not have planned. So we are talking about the young students, not really the adult students who have decided to study while still moving on with their families. So we are talking about these young parents in high school and maybe in college or even primary school. So welcome, we have Mary Washira with us, and she's going to tell us more about students and pregnancy. So Mary, welcome. Maybe you can introduce yourself.
Thank you, Jackie. My name is Mary Washira. I am a nurse by profession with a specialty in midwifery, and I interact a lot with students, mostly in colleges and universities. And there is this issue that is not very well researched about parenting while you are a student. How does this student behave? How is she expected to balance her studies and parenthood? So today, that is the topic we want to discuss about. It is not well researched, and that is why it is of interest to us and maybe the society.
Wow, that's great. So we know it is such a burden to students. We have interacted with students who are pregnant. Sometimes it's a classmate. So kindly, would you tell us what's the impact of being pregnant as students or a young student?
Okay. First of all, a student, mostly in colleges and universities, we are talking about a girl who is between the age of 18 to around 24. So in as much as we are saying they are young, somehow they are a bit mature. But being a student is what now is of concern to us, because this is a girl who is in school, capacity to study, to start her career. So when they get pregnant, in as much as we are saying it is still at the right age of maybe becoming pregnant, she's ready to become pregnant and she can be able to take care of a child. But the fact that she's a student affects her study, and most of the time they are not able to balance. Most of the time you find the parenthood is a burden to them because time management becomes an issue. They are emotionally disturbed because this is a young girl who was socially active. She was involved in groups with the young girls, but now she has become pregnant. Most of them will not be able to relate with her because she has an added burden. It also affects them financially. Remember, she's under the care of the parent. Now they have another baby, and maybe the parent feels that the girl has let them down. The society also does not take it so kindly. You find most of the people will now condemn the girl. Why did you get pregnant? Why could you not have waited for education? Then also, even as the teachers, we expect this girl to continue on performing in class. How are we able to help this girl? And it really affects her education, and to a point, some of them might drop out of school.
Yes. I don't know if you got pregnant. What was the reason you got pregnant, or what could have predisposed you to that? So, Mary, what do you think could be the predisposing factors to someone getting pregnant as a student, a young girl?
Some of the predisposing factors of getting pregnant while in school, number one is peer influence. Remember, most of these girls come from high school where they were being controlled. They were under the care of, if they're in school, they are under the care of teachers. If they're at home, they're under the care of the parents. Now this girl has been left to go to a campus away from home where she's supposed to take care of herself. Nobody cares about your time, about where you spend. So peer influence becomes the number one. The other issue that makes this girl become pregnant is also some of them come from families where there is no love and they are looking for love. And because they are also adults, they get into peer friendship. So you find at that age, their teenage boys, their peer boys can easily trap them and make them their friends. And if they are not keen, they may become pregnant because most of the time they do not utilize the family planning method. So they don't use condoms, they don't use protective family planning, so they end up getting pregnant. The other one is drug abuse. Drug abuse is also very common among the adolescents and that age. So you find most of these girls can indulge themselves into clubbing with their peer friends. They can indulge them into taking alcohol, bangi, and many other drugs, and they end up getting pregnant knowingly or unknowingly. The other one is ignorance. At this age, there's somebody who doesn't care because they're out of the control of the mother. They want to take the world, and also that one can lead to this girl becoming pregnant. Above all, there are also other cases, the rape cases, which can occur. Especially, we have heard of cases where friends introduced a young girl, a very innocent girl, to a mob which either raped her or she was forced into sex with them. And so those are quite issues that might be the leading. Yes.
So listening to you, I can hear those things are quite some of them are preventable. So would there be something you would say we can prevent these pregnancies? Because before somebody gets pregnant, maybe they have a chance to prevent it, to get pregnant before that time when they should. Is there a way maybe we can prevent?
Yeah, we have preventive measures that this young girl can use. The first one, if this girl must have sex, we advise them to use the available family planning. There are condoms. Others can use hormonal contraceptives, injectables, and the like. They also need to make the right choices. Get into the right company while you are in school. Remember, your core business in school is to study. So let your friends be of good morals. The other one is to set goals in life. When you come to the college, don't be overwhelmed that you are out of the control of the teachers, of your parents, of your guardians. So when you come to school, set your goals and achieve them. And above all, being Christian or whichever denomination you go to, you always talk about abstinence. Abstinence is very key. So if out there you are a girl, abstain.
Wow, thank you so much. I think it is good to prevent if possible. It is important to prevent. I think we also have even the STIs and other things that come from that early sex. So we can prevent pregnancies in school. But now, we want to deal with that now girl who has already found themselves into pregnancy. So you're already pregnant. And it's such a thing. I know maybe parents are already on you, the lecturers, the spouse. Many of the young girls I've met who are pregnant, they say their partner just disappears. They don't call, that last they switch off their phone or something. So now, how can now a girl who is pregnant or who has found herself in that situation or balance between school and pregnancy? Do they have to drop out of school or what can they do?
Okay. This girl who becomes pregnant, she has not made the worst mistake. It is a stage in life only that it may not have come at the right time according to our societal timing. So how you balance your parenthood and education? Number one, set goals. Because you must finish your education, set goals. If your academic journey was supposed to take either 3 or 4 years, think around and know, am I able to finish within the time frame of 4 years? If I cannot be able to, then I can say I can drop out of college for 1 year, go get my baby, then come back. And instead of finishing at 4 years, then I'll be able to finish within 5 years. But this must come with a lot of discipline, because if you try to rush with time, then you might fall on the way. The other thing you can do as a student parent is seek help. Getting pregnant at a young age and another one getting pregnant at another age does not make the pregnancy different. The pregnancy is the same. So the hormonal changes, the challenges of bringing in another human being to the world are still the same. So you need to seek help, either from the institution, from your guardian, from your parent, from the health facilities around you, because you need to be sober for you to be pregnant, and at the other point you are a student. The other thing that you need to know is set attainable goals. I've said if you cannot be able to finish within the timeline, then you can adjust your time and add more time so that you are able to fit in and balance between your current role of parenting and your studies. So at that point, we always advise these students, you are not able to move on, just take a study break. You go home and do your study when you are sober, so that you can achieve the final goal of passing your exams and achieving the final goal that you had started. And also, we want also a healthy child. It's not about education. We also want a healthy child and a healthy mother. So all those you must make desirable goals that you are able to attain and achieve.
Wow, thank you. I think after all, this child still remains yours, and the child remains a good thing to you. That is great. So it is possible to go back after getting pregnant. We don't have to drop out of school, drop out of work, lose everything, relationships. Of course, I think sometimes people usually, even the friends that the girl had, they now become on the opposite side. They laugh at them. There are all those pressures.
Yes.
Even the friends. So at last they remain even without friends. And this one becomes so difficult for them. Now, for us, how can we now help? Because we are a society. And as you have said, there are parents there are girls who are already now disowned by their parents because they are pregnant. They have come to us as a society. This is somebody who has come. She's not even my sister or brother, or she's not my sister, she's not my cousin, but she's pregnant. How can I support her?
Okay, this girl requires support, and I will talk about support among different groups. Number one, we have as the institution. The institution comprises of the school itself, the teachers, the students around, and everybody in that institution. We need to support this girl. The fact that she made a choice of carrying the pregnancy amidst all the challenges and the shame is a plus to this girl. So we need to applaud her for that. Don't condemn the girl. Let her know that whatever she has done is only done by champions and people who are ready to move on. So we support her both psychologically, physically. Sometimes they get financial burdens, so you find they do not have anything to support the baby. We give them time to rethink and know, am I able to continue with the studies? If I'm not, let our institution be very accommodative to allow this girl to go home. If they are willing to continue, let us also as an institution be ready to support this girl through her pregnancy journey. And this includes this girl visiting the antenatal clinics, because we find most of the students do not go for antenatal clinics. If there is a hospital within the school, let's enroll them so that they can attend the antenatal clinics during the pregnancy. Then after delivery, again, there are these girls who want to continue with their studies, others want to drop. So if this girl wants to continue, ensure that she's safe to do that. It is not always that we are chasing against time. If she's not stable, let her not get back to class. Let us make her schedule very accommodative until she's well and she can be able now to continue with her study. Towards the society, let us not condemn this girl. I've said she is a champion by the fact that she chose to carry the shame. Maybe even the boyfriend fled from her. So let us accommodate these girls and support them. They need our support, they need our love. All she has done, because God created us as women and gave us a reproductive age. It is going as early as 12 years. So what does that say? You can get pregnant at 12. But again, we plan our time. There is time for everything. So at 12, we don't advocate. But now, since it has happened, this girl was ready for pregnancy and for childbirth and for care of that baby. So with the support that we will give this girl, we will be able to bring up a very strong mother to this young baby, and together they will be champions in future. So my again, we need to provide counselors for this girl. They need to be counseled so that they can be able to walk the journey and to lay any anxiety to somebody who will listen to them and give possible solutions to their problems.
Oh, thank you. So we can support our young girls so that we can avoid unnecessary depression for them. I think teenage girls or the teenage mothers, they have a higher possibility of becoming depressed or getting the postpartum depressions or depression during pregnancy. So it's our role as a society to support them. If you land on one, I think let's just support them. So I think that was great. I have learned a lot. I think we have all learned a lot. We need to support these girls. Don't judge them. It could be your child or your sister, your brother, who is a father at an early age. So we need to keep supporting our young people. So kindly, Mary, thank you so much. You can give us now maybe a conclusion.
Okay, thank you. Sorry that I have talked too much about a girl, but we can also get further who are at that same age. They also need our support. But mostly the people who carry the burden more are girls. Maybe that's why I've talked about them more. And what I will insist is, let's support these people. Let's support this group of people. They need us. And when we together walk the journey with them, they will be able, end up becoming strong people out there in the society because they were able to balance their studies, their young babies, their pregnancy, and they emerged winners. So let's support this group of people who get pregnant while in school, be it primary, secondary, colleges, and universities. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much. Thanks for listening. I hope we will support our young girls, our young dads, and the young mans. Even in school, we have been told about not judging them, staying with them, and make this world a better place. And the next time we come on the same topic, we bring a woman who has made it after being pregnant at a young age. And probably maybe even one who has been neglected by the partner. But when partners support, it becomes even better. So you can parent at a young age and still make it in life and become the best and better. Thank you so much. Have a good time. If you have any questions or comments, you can always keep them coming, and we keep in together. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful time.